mistake. We're making history, and this is how it.
All right, guys, we have break number 10192. 2 boxes of score. We got 4 autos per box. We got a chance at redemptions, next in league autos. We got a lot of great stuff in these. It is going to be a random team, so we know the rules. We got to go over to the randomizer. And let me get that set up here. Of course, my mouse starts acting up as soon as this happens. All right, guys. So we do got the randomizer. We got Rick Moffman at the top, and we got Scotty Boy down at the bottom closing us out. So we know the rules. We're going to roll 3 dice. We need 7 or higher. And we got a 10. 1 bite. Everyone knows the rules. All right. Good luck, everybody, on your teams. Here we go. And final round. We got Pop Countryman on the top. And Rick Moffman down at the bottom taking the Commanders. Let me get these added, and I will get your teams posted so you guys can see them. All right, your teams should be at the top. We got Arizona Cardinals down to the Raiders. Frank Grimes getting Kansas City. Maybe we'll see that Pat Mahomes auto. Now we got the Chiefs down to the Commanders. Bearded Jesus, you got the Saints. You got the Saints. Rook. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Good luck, everybody. Sorry, Kevin, no Chiefs for you. No Chiefs for you. All right, guys, we got first box empty. I've been really enjoying Score, guys. They did a really good job of organizing the packs too. You got all the rookies up front, all the vets in the back, with the inserts in the middle. So it looks like we do got an auto in the first pack. So we got Dylan Sampson, Benjamin Morrison, Jackson Dart, Ariante Ursary, Caden Prather. So we do got an auto. We're going to bring that one to the back. On the draft, we have Tetaroa McMillan, Randy Gradishar on the Men of Canton. Yeah, good luck, everybody. We got Keon Coleman on the tile, Baker Mayfield, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Xavier Worthy, Marshawn Lattimore, Tyreek Hill, Shavarius Ward, Aiden O'Connell, Dave Krieg, Tucker Kraft, Buda Baker, Caden Prather on the front, and our first auto. How about a Joe Milton III going to the Patriots? Mikey likes it. Taking down the first auto, Joe Milton III. Not a bad start on the autos. All right, next pack. We got Phil Mafa, Tyleek Williams, Jaden Higgins, Nick Emanwari, Quinshawn Judkins, Terrell Owens on the Minicanton, Michael Penix Jr. on the Emerged, the Bus on the tile insert, Kenneth Walker, Greg Rozo, Trey Benson, Bijan Robinson, Chop, Frankie Louvu, Josie Jewell, Josh Jacobs, Jaleel McLaughlin, Malik Hooker, Drew Bledsoe, and Jonathan Stewart. And just as a reminder, guys, any of the next in league are going to be randomized at the end. No auto in this one. Ty Felton, Cam Scatabo, Armin Membo, Caleb Johnson, Isaiah Bond. How about a JD5 on the franchise? Dylan Gabriel on the draft. Jordan Brooks on the tile. Ken Anderson. Rich Gannon. Trent Green. Austin Eckler. Chris Godwin. Quentin Johnston. Audric Estime. James Conner. Nick Chubb. Olamide Zacius, AJ Brown, and Ozzie Newsome. We got Xavier Watts, Brady Cook, Walter Nolan, Travis Hunter, Ja'Cory Brooks. Hey, we got a number, Devin Hester on the Minicanton, 17 of 100. We pulled a pack in one of these breaks that had like 5 numbered Minicanton back to back to back. I thought that was kind of cool. Right? We got a Bryce Young on the franchise. Ozzie Newsome on the Minicanton. How about a Xavier Worthy? 85 of 250. 85 of 250. I believe that's going to Frank. Yep, going to Frank Grimes. Teams pulled up on my end here. Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, Jerome Ford, J.K. Dobbins, Terry McLaurin, Mark Gastineau, Wandell Robinson, Dalton Hillard, Darnell Mooney, Jalen McMillan, and Brock Bowers to end it off. Come on, Pack. What are you doing? All right, this one's being stubborn. Bayshell Tootin, Mason Graham, Jack Beck, Harold Ford. We do have our next auto coming up here. We'll send that to the back. Tyler Warren on the draft. Josh Allen on the franchise. Tim Brown on the Mini-Canton. We got Josh Hines Allen on the tile. DK Metcalf. Jaden Reed. Michael Pittman Jr. Amari Cooper. Denzel Ward. Tyrone Tracy. Chase Brown. Adam Thielen. Al Toon. Jalen Polk. And we got Raheem Sanders with our auto. DJ Gidden going to the Colts. Going to Chippy. Congrats on that auto, Chippy. All right, next pack. We got a Princely, Michael Williams, Kevin Winston, Jaden Blue, Derek Harmon. We got our next auto. Got Matt Stafford on the franchise. Emeka Egbuka on the emerged. For the Jags, we got Brian Thomas Jr., number 5 of 35. Going to Jacksonville, going to me. I'll take a numbered BTJ. That feels so weird saying that. Going to me. All right, we got Ivan Pace Jr., Greg Dortch, Robert Mathis, Justin Simmons, Chris Jones, George Kittle, Jordan Addison. That's the first Addison I think I've seen. Rashad White, Kyler Murray, Malachi Corley, Kyron Williams, Derek Harmon, and our next auto. How about Jason Taylor going to the Dolphins? Going to Jay. Jay, not to be confused with Jay Scott, 4410.
What do we got? Score.
Score, baby. It filled up. This is the break.
Nice.
Yeah. What are you up to today? All right, we need a big auto. Oh, we got a next in league auto. We got a next in the league. Emeka, Woody Marks, Cam Ward again, Savion Williams, DJ Giddens, and again, just to remind you guys, those next in leagues will be randomized. Quinn Ewers on the hot rookies, Cam Ward on the emerged. We got a Jacoby Myers, number 109 of 250 for the Raiders. That is going to... that's going to Pop Countryman. Congrats, Kevin. Christian McCaffrey. Robert Spillane, Travis Etienne Jr., Braden Fisk, Caleb Williams.
PSA sleeves are on.
Not any in reach right now.
All that.
Geno Stone, Jervon Dexter, Tank Dell. Kevin is a huge Raiders fan, being a massive Chiefs fan. Eli, Rashawn Johnson, Saquon Barkley, Got DJ Giddens again, and our next in league. How about a Julian Sayin? Julian Sayin. That will be randomized at the end. We have seen a couple bonus autos, so maybe we get lucky. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, we got Kelvin Banks Jr., Pat Bryant, Elick A. Maynor, Damian Martinez, Landon Jackson, Derrick Henry on the franchise, Tetaroa McMillan on the hot rookies, Riley Leonard on the draft, A-Chain on the tile, Breece Hall, Deshaun Watson, Jerry Jeudy, Rashid Shaheed. We got some D-Hop, Jason Taylor, Calvin Ridley, Tyrann Mathieu, Joe Nixon, Parker Washington, and Dalton Kincaid to end that one. All right, second to last pack. We need something big out of one of these two boxes. Omarion Hampton, Shamar Stewart, Tyler Warren. Yeah, chopped with the Raven helmet. Will Howard, Josh Jacobs on the franchise. Isaiah Bond on the hot rookies. Omarion Hampton on the draft. Cooper DeJean on the tile. Derrick Henry. The bust again. Cortland Sutton. Christian Gonzalez. Anthony Richardson. Mark Andrews. Vita V. Vince Ferragamo, Dak Prescott, Jacoby Myers, and Jamar Chase. I appreciate that, Jake. I am too. Jalen Milroe, Tyler Show, Devin Neal, Curtis Rourke, Malachi Starks, Brian Dawkins on the Minicanton, Jonathan Taylor on the franchise, and a Will Howard, number 62 of 100, going to the Steelers. That is going to Mason Yu. I appreciate that, Jake. I try to make people smile. Max Crosby, Zach Charbonnet, Matt Araiza, Jay Jettas, George Karlaftis, Golden Tate, Taysom Hill, Patrick Surtain, Darren Woodson, Keon Coleman, Cooper DeJean, and Tyler Lockett. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the first box. We got our next box coming up. Box is empty. No, man, I'm nothing special. You wouldn't go crazy without me. Yeah, man, we're glad you're part of the family, too. All right, first pack, here we go. Landon Jackson, Jalen Milroe, Tyler Show, Devin Neal, Curtis Rourke, Ja'Cory Brooks on the first auto, going to the Commanders, Rick Moffman. All right, we got Josh Jacob on the franchise. Isaiah Bond on the hot rookies. Oh, we got 1 to 20, guys. Omarion Hampton on the draft. And a Jeffrey Simmons for the Titans going to Scotty Boy. That is number 6 of 20. All right, Mike Sinistrill, Michael Penix Jr., Isaiah Pacheco, Justin Herbert, William Andrews, Jordan Brooks, Josh Hines Allen, Brock Purdy, Foy, and Russell Wilson. Malachi Starks, Kobe Bryant, Xavier Restrepo, Jordan James, Mike Green, T.O. on the Minicanton, Michael Penix Jr. on the Emerged, Phil Mafa on the Tile, Robert Brazile, Tony Dorsett, Blake Corum, Baker Mayfield, A-Chain, Jared Verse, Malik Neighbors, Vinny Testaverde, Alec Pierce, Khalil Mack, Dave Casper, and Tua. Jalen Walker, Terrence Ferguson, Ashton Genty, Jack Sawyer, Will Campbell, Tyler Warren on the draft, Josh Allen on the franchise, excuse me, and Tim Brown on the Minicanton. DeForest Buckner on the Tile. DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, Xavier Worthy, Will Anderson, Jordan Mailata, Terrell Suggs, Quinyon Mitchell, Tyler Bass, Doug Williams, EJ Speed, and Jonathan Taylor to round that pack off. Appreciate y'all hopping in on this break. Glad we could get it filled up. Next pack. And the floor will be back open once we're done with this box here. All right, we do got our next auto. Cameron Williams, Mason Taylor, Kyle Monangai. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Jade Barron. Colston Loveland. Jordan James going to San Francisco on the auto. And that one is going to me. Matthew Stafford on the franchise. Amika on the emerged. And a Justin Jefferson, 248 of 250 on that one. Going to the Vikings. Mikey likes it. Taking down the Justin Jefferson to 250. All right, we got Ken Anderson, Rich Gannon, Trent Green, Austin Eckler, Rashid Rice, James Cook, Marshawn Lattimore, Tyreek Hill, Anais Williams, Devontae Adams, and Troy Franklin. All right, we got another auto coming up. Kyle McCord, Shadur, Matthew Golden, James Pierce Jr., Antwain Wells, and our next auto, Shadur Sanders. That is going to, that's the Raiders, I believe, right? I believe it is. So going to Kevin there. Derrick Henry. Tetaroa McMillan on the hot rookies. Mike Sinistral on the tile. Devontae, or Brown, excuse me. Yes, thank you. Going to B Marsh. Yes, the Browns. Thank you, Daniel. Mike Evans. It's literally on there, and I was not paying attention. Jerome Ford, Shavarius Ward, Chris Godwin. Yeah, that was a stupid mistake. I did not mean the Raiders. Quentin Johnston, Audric Estime, Tyler Algier, Brian Urlacher, Bucky, and Mean Joe Green. Going to B Marsh on the Browns. Shadur again. Matthew Golden. James Pierce Jr. Antwain Wells. Jalen. Oh, we got a green auto, guys. We're going to let that one sit. We are going to let that one sit. There we go. Jaden Daniels on the franchise. Dylan Gabriel on the draft. Bryce Young on the franchise as well. And Alexander Madison on the tile. Chris Olave. Isaac Garindo. Peyton Wilson. JD5. CeeDee Lamb. Chris Boswell. Darren Woodson. Keon Coleman. Cooper DeJean. Tyler Lockett, and our auto. 2-6, Aiden O'Connell going to the Raiders. Going to the Raiders. That is 6 of 6. That is a bookend. And that one is going to Kevin.
Oh, I would have loved having the Brownies.
I know.
Get that Shadur. The only time you'd ever want the Browns.
Too bad he's going to suck.
Jordan Hines, I'm just looking.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry, everybody.
You're good, man.
Woo!
Not the best boxes.
Hey, but you got a Shador.
You did get a Shador, but... RJ Harvey, Donovan Jackson, Josh Simmons, Jake Brennanstool, Abdul Carter, Amika again on the hot rookies. All right, Tataroa McMillan on the draft. And a Princely on the number 2/100. That is number 6 of 100 going to the Panthers. Trey Tucker, Joe Burrow, Xavier McKinney, Isaiah Likely, Tank Bigsby, Anthony Muniz, David Montgomery, Jamie Sherwood, Joe Milton, CJ Stroud, Nico Collins, and Stephon Gilmore. 3 packs left, guys. Oh, we got a big one here. We got a big one. We're going to let that one simmer. I think we got a big one. That might be a duo. That one might be a duo. Kyle Williams, Andrew Mukaba, Jalen Noel, Riley Leonard, Randy Gradishar on the Minicanton, JD5 on the franchise again, Dylan Gabriel on the draft, Dave Krieg going to the Seahawks, number 54 of 250, going to Scotty Boy. Zayner, what's up, dude? How you doing? Hope you're doing well today, man. Let me know when you're ready to run that white flare back. All right, Ramondre Stevenson. TJ Spears. Trent Dilfer. Joe Cribbs. Jackson Smith. Valdez Scantling. Matthew Stafford. Jatavian Sanders, Jalen Carter, and Trey McBride. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. Elijah Arroyo on the rookie. Well, I just saw the top. So, going to the Commanders, how about a Terry McLaurin and Austin Eckler on the double trouble, number 20 of 100. Commanders going to Rick Moffman right there, the double trouble auto. Yep, Austin Eckler and Terry McLaurin.
Oh, that's a nookie.
Yep, that is massive, Rick. Congrats, man. That is huge. Dude, let's go, man. We got a double trouble. That's a big boy right there. I go to the top of the hill with the cows to get my message to go through last night. Oh, man. Was it a storm, Zayner? I'm sorry to hear that. Siobhan Ravel Jr. Princely. Michael Williams. Kevin Winston Jr. Jaden Blue. Bryce Young on the franchise. Ozzie Newsome on the Minicanton. Sam Laporte on the tile. Jeffrey Simmons, Cooper, Grant, Keenan, Gino, George Pickens, Alvin Kamara, Demario Douglas, CJ Mosley, Nick Westbrook, Stephon Diggs, and Sam Darnold in that one. All right, guys, final pack. Hopefully you have power again, Zayner. All right, we got Derek Harmon, Kelvin Bakes Jr., Pat Bryant, Eric Ayamainer, Damian Martinez, Quinn Ewers on the hot rookies, Cam Ward on the emerged. We got Joshua Carty on the tile. And to end us off, we got Rashad Bateman, Kellen Winslow, Tony Pollard, Bo Nix, Jalen Tolbert, Marlon Humphrey, Maserati Marv, Garrett Wilson, AJ Barner, Khalil Shakir, Lad McConkey, and Brian Burns. So that will do it for the break, guys. Thank you so much for going in. Let's do a little recap, and then we'll get this one randomized. All right, guys, on our numbers. Someone can't name Fire X. Oh, my goodness. Zayner, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Sorry to hear you had to deal with that power outage, especially with fireworks. All right, guys, on the numbers, we have Dave Krieg, 54 of 250. Princely, how do you pronounce his last name? Do you know? Umamilan? Umamilan, 6 of 100. Justin Jefferson, 248 of 250. Jeffrey Simmons, 6 of 20. Will Howard, 62 of 100. Jacoby Myers, 109 of 250. Brian Thomas Jr., 5 of 35. Xavier Worthy, 85 of 250. Aiden O'Connell, 6 of 6 on the bookend. Shadur on the auto. Jordan James, Ja'Cory Brooks, Jason Taylor, DJ Giddens, Joe Milton III, Julian Sayin. Again, this one will be randomized here in a second.
Why isn't Joe Milton on a Cowboys helmet?
I'm on the Pats.
But he's a Cowboy.
That must have been after this.
I guess.
Julian Sayin. And our big boy, the double trouble, number 20 of 100, Austin Eckler and Terry McLaurin. All right, guys, let's randomize the next in league here real quick. What is the best grade for an autograph? A 10. All right, I'm just getting this set up, guys, and then we'll do the randomization. All right, guys. So we have all the names again. So Rick Moffman at the top, Scotty Boy down at the bottom. Again, we are going to roll 3 dice. We do need 7 or more. So we got a 10 again. So here we go. This is going to be the Julian Sayin. And our final round. All right. Going to me. Going to me. I don't like that. But that is going to be the end of the break, guys. Thank you all so much for getting that filled up. We got that filled up very quickly. And we will see you guys on the next break.